Oh, hello, my name is Gabriel, and today I'd like to show you how I did and how I do a mode for IBT-2 DC drivers. And I'd like to show you a little bit what is actually wrong with those IBT-2s. The main problem is the construction is a little bit wrong, because these chips they are getting hot really fast, and they have no possibility to transfer the heat outside of it. And the original radiator is sitting. I'm gonna maybe take a little bit zoom. The original radiator is sitting like that, only on the side of the chips, and the main heat actually is going to the circuit board. Circuit board has channels which letting heat going through the circuit board to the other side, and to let spread heat on the other side also. You can see here. So there are the channels. They are not so filled with tin or with the soldering. So there is a lot of air there, and the air works like an isolator, and there is also painted. Paint also works like a isolator, and not letting heat going out from the chips in a most efficient way. But if you can see the chips, they are also pretty many of those have really bad soldering to the circuit board. So there's a really little bit soldering under. So the main problem is the heat cannot leave these chips. And if the radiator is not connecting right way to the chips, so they are not cooled as it should actually. So I'm gonna show you um, how I do it, and that will be pretty, I think that will be pretty short. So I'm gonna show you, I'm gonna take off those chips from the circuit board, and I put a new solder under them, and I'm gonna remove a little bit paint here. So we're gonna fill those channels over here with soldering, and then we're gonna use thermopods. I have one thermopod, so I'm gonna cut a stripe and put it here on the between those radiators, and those radiators need to be a little bit prepared from one side, because they are actually sitting here, and there are coming two screws which are holding these radiators like that. But the idea is to use another radiator from the under side, and make this sandwich like that, so that makes the all the heat will have no problems to leave the chips, and they have they will gonna work much longer and more efficient with the other projects. So I'm gonna make one project soon. So I'm gonna need one or two of those sandwiches with the IBTs. So after the modification, they should work pretty good actually. So we're gonna make some soldering. So the first of all, I'm gonna remove those chips from the circuit board. I will gonna need some help of paste. Okay. Oh, that will be looks pretty good. Okay. So I'm gonna remove those chips, and then we need to clean under and solder them back on the circuit board. Okay, a little bit more air. So we're gonna see if there is a problem with the tin under or solder under. There is anything there. Okay. I have to raise the temperature a little bit. I have to warm up on the other side also a little bit. Take a little bit time. I need to have maybe make a little bit help of the side. it seems to be there holding quite good. Oh, okay. Now we have to clean and put a new solder actually under those places where were coming chips. We're gonna try to fill in on all the channels with the tin. Gonna put a little bit solder here also. So I'm gonna make sure that will be enough solder everywhere. Okay. Rise the temperature a little bit. Okay, a little bit help of air. Okay, nice. Everything seems to be good. You can take and put it back, the chips on the place. Okay, it seems to sit like it should. I'm gonna try the other one. There's a little bit, maybe. So much, so good. Okay, seems to get on the place the other chip. So if we have two chips which are actually soldered again to the circuit board, and right now it should be much better. I'm gonna take a look on the other side. It filled in a little bit more here, a little bit solder. So we have to cool it down a little bit. And the next step is to check if there's no shortage or between the pins. Okay, and check every leg, the legs which are close to each other, next to each other. Here beep, you have a shortage. Okay, seems to be good. Okay, nothing wrong with it. You can take a look at the connections to the circuit board. Okay. Okay, seems to be that every leg have a good connection to the circuit board, and there is lot more tin. See it. There's much more soldering right now, so this side is much better. This side is able much better to transfer the heat. The next step is actually we can take out the paint from the from these places over here. this one and this one. We're gonna remove the paint from this side actually. So I'm gonna take a screwdriver and that's enough to scratch only the painting from this one side, so that will be much better without painting. So that will be clean copper, so that's much better transfer directly from the copper than through the paint. So that will also help a lot to make the transfer of the heating much easier and much faster. Okay. And just need to clean only those rectangles. Or maybe that will be a good idea to clean much more also those tracks on the circuit board, but I think maybe the most heat they are focused on those rectangles. That will be good enough, I think, to remove paint under. Okay, one is ready. Take a look on another one. Have to remove some solder the underside. And the same story from this one. Place. We have to remove the paint. So you can use a knife or something which is quite sharp and just to scratch the surface with the paint, that paint should be off. And the big problem also for those those surfaces are they cannot touch each other. If you can see here, some of the soldering is getting through and sticking out. Maybe we're gonna see how it looks actually here. They are sticking out a little bit. The solder balls which go through the channels, and they are sticking out a little bit from the surface. Yeah, right now maybe you can see it. So if the radiator is coming in this situation from underside and touch this one clean solder and this one also solder, so they are make shortcut. So they are, if you are gonna do it like that without any isolation between, so you're gonna burn one or two chips. So that's really important to use thermopads or something which can be here between those places, those rectangles, and between the radiator actually. So the thermopad will help pass through the heat to the radiators, and they are not letting through the thermopads are not passing current actually, so there's no current pass through the thermopads. So we can use the thermopads, and then we can actually, some of the people are using silicon thermopaste also. I have used that also a couple of times before, but I don't think it's a quite good idea. So I think the thermopads work much better than the thermopaste. Okay, so I need to clean a little bit the mess I've made with the paste. Where's it here? Okay. Clean a little bit more the flux. Okay, looks good. Small side. I used to clean it in isopropyl alcohol, I think. Yeah, it's isopropyl alcohol. It works really good to all take off the flux for soldering. Okay, so pretty much that's it. So we are ready actually to put everything in the place. So I have to cut only some stripes like that. We're gonna cut it maybe this way. Those of thermopads you can buy or you can find with the other electronic equipment, sometimes in the old TVs or something like that. So that there are pretty lot of them are going there, sitting in the old TV screens. I'm gonna put okay. Here. And side. Two. Okay, so there will be one thermopaste here, thermopod, perfect one, like that. Place for the bolts actually, so they cannot be like big like I did it. Okay. Okay. Okay, we have one thermopod here and one thermopod there. This one over here, over there. Actually, there is a little bit better bit. Okay, the rest we can put it over here.